Hello YouTube, Beathy here, back another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the Dino Cycle and Red Ranger figure from the Power Rangers Dino Charge, toy line. It's action hero series. This is a neat little figure. I have gripes, but overall worth the 15 bucks I paid for it. There's also a black and blue Ranger Cycle. As they didn't include green because they thought no one would buy it, which is probably true. No one's going to buy that many. Especially if it's really just the same thing, but with different heads and colors, And Pink Ranger, her skirt would not have allowed her to sit on the cycle, but they could have modded her, I guess, for it. I would have bought a Pink Ranger cycle, actually, just so I could have a Pink Ranger that could sit down. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty cool. Should be easy to find and get at Walmart or whatever. And it's a Zord builder, so you can put it on the main Zord, which I don't think they do that in the show, because this is like, these are tinier Zords that they use. But they go on the figure, which is cool. And then there's this like Zord armor thing, which is also kind of cool. Might pick up one of those. I might not get the Red Ranger though, since I got the Red Ranger bike. But here he is, blammo, Red Ranger. In all his quote-unquote glory. Let me be totally honest with you. The main attraction for this figure is the bike here. Because I'm going to show you Red Ranger real fast. And at first I thought, oh, it's just going to be like the regular action hero Red Ranger, except different colors. Well, I was very, very wrong about that. Here's the regular action hero Red Ranger. And I knew this guy wasn't going to come with any weapons, and I was fine with that, because you get the bike, you get the Dino Cycle thing. But, the paint's lousy, but I was like, they're just trying to make it different, but also keep it cost effective. I was fine with that. I could get over it, but these are like completely different figures. Not just paint-wise. I'm talking straight up completely different. This one has like half the articulation that this one does. So if you can only choose between one of these, I recommend this guy, but I think they're making an armor-on version with his armored arm and his special weapon, so if you want to hold out for that, I'm pretty sure that's coming. As you can see, slight differences like the knees here. I thought it was a mod so that he could sit on the bike, but I'll talk about that later. It seems like they built this figure around the bike because they were more concerned with the bike fitting on the Megazord than they were this guy fitting on the bike, which I'm not sure if I agree with that method, but, Bandai's got to do what Bandai's got to do. But yeah, see, no head articulation on this guy, so that's a point that the other has, he doesn't. This does not articulate. So that's another missing point. The arms only go forward. They do not go in and out. That's two more missing points. We have a crunch here. No rotation, so the hands only face forward. There's no rotation. That's two more points the other has that this one doesn't. And then forward and back on the legs, but no in and out. That's two more points. And then we have these weird knee bends. I mean, the other has knee bends that are just fine. I don't know what's up with this. And then no swivel here. So that's two more points the other has that this one does not. So 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other one has 10 more points of articulation than this one does. 10 more points of articulation. That's crazy, right? This guy has what? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So, recommending this guy. But yeah, I'm just really disappointed in this figure, actually. And he has virtually no paint. It's not the same paint on the face because the other Red Ranger has that white outline there. And the eye isn't painted. We get the T-Rex painted, which is cool. And that's all silver, which I was fine with. But there's virtually no paint on this guy. And the paint on the other guy's not perfect. I mean, he's missing a lot. But these are just supposed to be cheap little figures. But I do have to say that the bike isn't bad. I like the bike. You can roll it around and stuff. So, it's pretty cool. And it's kind of big, because here's my Forns Module Series Meteor Star bike from Kamen Rider Forns, and they're like the same size type bike. So you could maybe fit a bigger figure on this bike here, which would be really, really nice if you could do that. And I'll try that soon. If I had the figure art for Dino Charge, I would do it. The Super Sentai Kuru Red. I'm probably going to get it one day, but I don't have it right now. So, that's really bad. I just need to go ahead and review this thing and get it out of the way. But, yeah, the bike is cool. It has, it's two Zords, actually. Bloop. You got these Zords right here. Blammo. And they're kind of cool. The detail is actually really good. The paint, it's like a little. It's just got really silver, black, and then the yellow plastic. But the eyes look good. They're really clean, you know. And his feet are the things. That's where this guy plugs in. The plug is real obvious. And there's another plug up here for the big Megazord, which I may or may not get. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I'm waiting to see if they do a big Gold Ranger Zord, because I'll probably get that one instead if they do make it. And this guy's pretty cool. Details about as good as the other one. He's mostly just silver on the black plastic with the eye. Once again, really good eye. But, yeah, so this is like one of their main modes of travel. And the reason I got Red Ranger is because the colors are accurate. I'm pretty sure the colors don't change for the Ranger. I think they just did that for the toys so that they could sell more of them. But this, I believe, is the color accurate version. It's been a while since I watched Super Sentai Kyurager, and I have not watched Dino Charge at all, to be totally honest. I'm mostly getting these because they're cheaper, and I've seen the Sentai. Well, most of the Sentai. I haven't watched the whole thing through yet. But, yeah, you know, they got the screws on one side. But once again, just a cheap toy. This was like 15 bucks, once again. And I think, you know, for 15 bucks, you know, it's not bad. You can kind of lean on the foot right there, but it can't stay totally up. But that's fine. You know, I think it looks pretty cool. So now we get to some size comparisons. Now here's the Red Ranger and his Dino Cycle with, you know, some other Power Ranger action heroes. Here on the left we have the Dogold, aka Fury figure. It's from the same line, the Dino Charge action hero line. It's one of the more recent ones at the time I'm filming this anyways. And you know, I think they actually scale it pretty well together. And he also scales up well with Titanium Ranger. And Titanium Ranger can actually sit on the bike and ride it. So that's pretty cool. I haven't actually put Titanium Ranger on the bike, but I put Quantum Ranger on the bike because I bought Quantum Ranger alongside this guy. And if Quantum Ranger fits, Titanium should fit also because I believe they are mostly the same parts. So, yeah, your other action heroes fit fine without having to have this weird new sculpt. So I really would have just liked like a variant kind of action hero Red Ranger on the bike. That would have been awesome. But they just gave us this little guy. And I guess it wouldn't have been as cost effective to use a regular Red Ranger. But, I mean, if you're not going to paint him anyways, I mean, that's saving you money right there. But, you know, whatever. So he scales well with his action hero line. But if you get like a larger Power Ranger line, he's not going to scale, like those big armored figures they do. And the Mega Force figures aren't going to scale because they're 3 3/4 inch, like the Samurai and stuff. And you can get some figure arts. I don't have any figure arts Rangers handy right now, but I do have the figure arts Kamen Rider Thorns. He's obviously too big, so figure arts are too big. Titanium Ranger's on the ground. Everyone's freaking out. So, yeah, he's really just going to scale with his action hero line, so you can use him with the Super Mega Force figures and the Dino Charge figures and whatever figures come after Dino Charge, depending on, you know, what Bandai is doing with the action hero line. Now here's the regular Red Ranger on the Dino Cycle, you know, because he's not a hack. And he fits perfectly fine, as it seems. His butt doesn't quite touch, but you can't even friggin' tell, barely. I mean, look at that. Maybe if you wanted to mod the legs more like this so that he fit better, you know, that'd be fine, as I think these might actually come forward a little bit more. But why did they mess with the upper half? Why only give him these forward-facing hands? I mean, these hands fit perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I think they should have just given us one of these, and if they wanted to fix this bottom so that he sat better, you know, fine. So be it. But they should have left us the top articulation and stuff. I mean, I've played with freaking basically articulationless action figures when I was a kid. And, you know, but kids these days, I think they deserve a little more than this guy, honestly. They got this guy. He's pretty good. I mean, I love this Red Ranger, but they fit fine on the bike. So the regular Dino Charges fit on just fine. So what are my final thoughts on the Dino Cycle and Red Ranger from the Power Rangers Dino Charge line? Well, I feel like Bandai did a pretty good job with the bike. You know, I like it. I feel like I could probably use it for bigger characters and stuff. I mean, it's really neat. But honestly, I'm not digging the Red Ranger that comes with it. Luckily, I have the other Red Ranger. You can always just get the other Red Ranger, but I mean, if you're gonna give us something, why give us just uh, uh, But then once again, this is for kids. This is a kid's toy, and honestly, I think you get enough out of the bike. You can separate it into the regular Zords, and they can go on the big Zord, which is pretty cool. And you got all kinds of cool stuff going on with that. So all in all, I think I'm going to give this figure 3 out of 5 stars. It's not very impressive, but for the price, and since it's just a kid's toy, I think it's fine. $15, you get the bike and a little spare Red Ranger. Not too bad. So yeah, that's it, you guys. If you're going to rate, comment, subscribe, check out all the links in the description below, and I'll see you all later.